Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. How are you? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics in this video, my good, best, greatest friend that there ever was in the music industry, Ed Sheeran, aka Eddie Baby. We have discussed Ed recently on the channel in regards to his, thoughts about music reviews and so on and so forth. But I'm not here to dredge up old beef or bad blood between me and the Ginger Fury. No, I'm here to talk about a different topic because right now Ed Sheeran, unfortunately, I hate for this to happen to anybody, he is currently locked into a plagiarism trial. Allegedly a song from way back in his discography, Thinking Out Loud, supposedly rips off the classic Marvin Gaye song, Let's Get It On. And we have a pretty big headline to come out of this trial. Let's take a look. Ed Sheeran says he'll quit music if found liable in Marvin Gaye plagiarism trial. The Black Midi Boys are celebrating right now. Let's take a look at the article. I will give my own thoughts. Here we go. Shout out to Tom and Stereo Gum. Right now, Ed Sheeran is in the middle of a plagiarism trial. The heirs of Ed Townsend, the late songwriter who co-wrote Let's Get It On with Marvin Gaye, are claiming that Sheeran lifted part of the melody for his 2014 hit, Thinking Out Loud, from that song. The trial already had huge consequences for the entire idea of chord progressions in songwriting, and now it's gotten even more potential consequences. Ed Sheeran says that if the Manhattan jury finds against him, he'll quit music. Also says here that he played the song in front of the courtroom for a sort of point of comparison. Again, reiterates that he will be quitting music if he loses. Here are my thoughts on this, because this, honestly, is pretty important. I'm not coming on here to crap on Ed Sheeran, make fun of Ed Sheeran. I know me and Ed have some bad blood. We've butted heads. I'm not here to dredge up old beef, because this case could have potentially far-reaching consequences. In fact, I think that has already kind of happened in the case of a Marvin Gaye song trial, in regards to Blurred Lines, for example, where, that was a successful suit just based off of like a general instrumental aesthetic / vibe, not even so much like a melody or a chord progression, which honestly, it's insane that that is like precedent at this point. And this could make things even fucking worse. Now, listen, I've heard both songs. I referred back. I refreshed. Honestly, truly, I think this suit is stupid. Like, look, I'm not trying to downplay Let's Get It On. It's obviously an amazing song, a beautiful track, a fantastic track, but the chord progression to that song is not like the most unique chord progression under the sun. It's not like a super crazy specific set of chords that nobody's ever used before in popular music. And on top of it, they're not even the same goddamn chords that Ed uses in his song. For sure, as I'm listening to Thinking Out Loud, in my head, as I'm hearing it, I can kind of put all my brain power together and in my mind sing the melody to Let's Get It On over some of the chords in the song. But those aren't the only 2 songs or 3 songs or even 5 songs that you can do that with. There are lots of songs out there with similar chord progressions or really just the same goddamn chord progressions. And if we slapped a lawsuit on anybody just for that or even partially that, my God, the whole world of creativity as far as music goes would just be shut the fuck down. You never hear a new song, not ever again, because everyone would be afraid of getting sued. And as far as the melody argument goes, I feel like there's even less grounds for it to be argued there, honestly. Listen to the 2 tracks. Ed was clearly not ripping off long spans of the song's original melodies and just throwing them into his own. Even if Ed was taking inspiration from some points of the track melodically, just kind of borrowing or being influenced by a few melodic ideas here and there does not plagiarism make, as long as you take those and bring them into a new context. Because truth be told, all popular song is ripping off or borrowing from something else. Even Let's Get It On does this. Again, even though we see this song as a supremely unique thing in the popular music canon because of the popularity and sort of universal acclaim that it has, at its core, it's not a wholly unique song compositionally. People have been listening to this fucking Ed Sheeran song for years and years and years. For nearly a decade now. If the similarities between these 2 tracks, between this song and one of the most popular, iconic, well-known love songs of all time, if not the most well-known love song of all time. If the similarities between the two tracks were that close, if the plagiarism was that flagrant, you would think that among the Ed Sheeran fan base, there would be like kind of this resounding understanding that like, yeah, that song, it's basically just Get It On. But there's not, because they're not that goddamn similar. And look, I'm the kind of guy who appreciates and loves an artist who embodies their influences in a creative way, maybe even overtly referencing them through like, you know, a little bass line or like, you know, a drum break or something like that. Be it bands like Viagra Boys or LCD Sound System, just like blatantly taking ideas from their favorites and kind of, you know, recontextualizing them in a really interesting way. I mean, in my opinion, that's part of the beauty of music, that you can take from the ideas that were important to you when you were first getting into art, getting into sound, getting into composition, and reimagine them into something completely different. That's cool. That's amazing. That's creativity. That's why stuff like sampling is so cool. But I'm digressing here. I've made the point that I don't think these two songs are that similar. This is what I want to say ultimately here. And I want to send this out directly to the people who are initiating this lawsuit and other people who may initiate similar lawsuits into the future. Stop being a greedy piece of shit. You're ruining fucking music. If you keep successfully suing artists over the most surface level similarities to whatever shit you wrote or you're, you know, working on the estate of, you will destroy creativity as we fucking know it, as far as the mainstream, as far as, you know, commercially speaking. There will be fewer people able to make a living professionally off of this sort of thing in the limelight because they'll be afraid of putting out a song and getting sued because, like, how many goddamn chord progressions do people actually like to hear in popular music anyway? Not that freaking many, I'll tell you. And the sort of melodies that people tend to gravitate toward in popular song as well have a lot of overlap too, which again, I think is a beautiful function of music, because music is a language and people like being spoken to and communicated to in languages that they understand, that they identify with, that they feel are familiar to them. Plus, I'll reiterate a point I may have said in past videos, like, bro, these juries that they have in these trials, they're normal, average, everyday people. They don't know anything about the creative process, the music industry, the art of songwriting in general. Very few of them are educated when it comes to music theory, and expecting all of them to just sort of like, you know, go through this crash course on it in a courtroom setting and like really kind of get it and understand it in a way that is like, you know, fair to all parties or as unbiased as possible is like a really difficult fucking task that I just don't trust courtrooms to facilitate this process very well. Look, I personally don't shed a tear for Mr. Ed Sheeran, whether he stops making music, continues making music, whether he wins or loses this. Personally, he'll be fine. He'll be okay. I worry about the potential implications for artists who are smaller than him, who are coming up, who maybe miraculously have a viral hit out of the blue, and their career, their potential, their whatever gets completely destroyed and ripped from them because some asshole who wrote a classic song or, you know, is running the estate of an artist who wrote some classics is just going to go after them because they just hear like, yeah, maybe like a few similarities. Oh, that beat's kind of the same. Oh, that instrumental palette's kind of similar. Oh, that's kind of sort of the melody. Oh, the chords. I could sort of sing the melody from one song over the chords of this other song. Seems a little fishy to me. And look, there are for sure some very legit plagiarism lawsuits that are out there that have happened. Ed has been guilty of this in his own right before because, I mean, goddamn, Shape of You most definitely did rip off freaking No Scrubs. And look, Ed, to his credit, he took the L on that. He did the credit. TLC's getting a bit of that from what I understand. That's cool. That's fine. But I don't know. In this case over here, and I'm somebody who's given Ed shit, you know, for that No Scrub stuff, I just don't see it. I do not see it. I don't. That's all I'm going to say. You're the best. Let me know your thoughts via the comments down below. Love ya. Over here next to my head, it's another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Eddie Baby, forever.